Okay, Aadil Singh Boparai, it's all well and good, you know, to put the onus on the people, but the fact is, your own government, till now there has been no confirmation or investigation which points out that the BJP fueled the fire in all of these areas. But for once, if you believe what you're saying, your own government in Rajasthan has made it very clear that you're helpless then. That all you're doing is seeing it happen. You're administratively weak. You cannot control a riot or communal strife. Why should the people of Rajasthan re-elect you?
I'll respond. Preeti, had it not been for the agile administration and the intelligence inputs and the governance of Mr. Gehlot, the situation could have further worsened. Because the BJP wants the situation to worsen. Please understand, what is the BJP's modus operandi? The BJP wants to create a religious divide. This is what they thrive on. Put this question to any BJP person. Can they even deliver a speech for 5 minutes without getting the Hindu-Muslim bogey? All what the BJP stands for is religious polarization. And it's not just 2014. This is their DNA right since the time of Golwalkar and Savarkar. They misled the public in 2017 with their Achhe Din bogey. There is no Achhe Din. The price of fuel, do they ever speak on the real issues? What about employment? What about price rise? Lemons today, my staff member came and told me, sells at 350 rupees. Do they talk about all these issues? No, they don't. Because they have this bogey.
Aadil Singh Boparai, sound a little bourgeois when you say my staff member came and told me it cost this much. But having said that, I'm going to go back to Tuhin Sinha. Tuhin Sinha, diversionary tactics followed by the likes of the Bharatiya Janata Party. You talk about Hindus, you talk about Muslims, you talk about communal strife, you make bigoted statements. You don't talk about the real issues that are facing the country: inflation, the price of fuel, the lack of jobs.
You know, Preeti, the Congress needs to grow beyond its puerile rhetoric. When you ask them, do they have any evidence to prove that BJP is involved in the riots? They don't have an answer. On the contrary, it is the Supreme Court which has called out the political violence against us in Bengal. I repeat it with responsibility. We have been the biggest victims of political violence both in Bengal and Kerala. And over here, let's stick to the moot point. What was the chief accused in the Baran district riots of Rajasthan doing at the iftar party of Ashok Gehlot? Why is Matloob Ahmed still absconding, a person who was supporting Congress till that day? I think if we stick to these two things, the Congress will be cornered. And that is why I began by saying that we have compelling reasons to believe that there is tacit or at times even overt support of the Congress party to the violence that has been happening in Rajasthan.
All right, the violence in Jodhpur, Mr. Sinha, one of the main reasons was at 12 o'clock, it was a rumor, unsubstantiated, that was echoed by your mayor, Miss Seth of Jodhpur, that caused a lot of people to reach the square and pull down a flag which was not an Islamic Pakistan flag but an Eid flag. Rumor mongering was from your part as well, and there is proof of that. Aadil Singh Boparai, please respond to what Tuhin Sinha has said. He's made pointed questions, he's asked you, and I'm going to close on that.
I think he should be roped in as an investigator perhaps by the police. But having said this, the point today is, why would the Congress want violence in its own state? Does it stand to reason? Let's put this question. We're a rational human being. Let's put this question to a rational human being who is in power today in a state. Why would he want violence in his state? Who benefits from this violence? There is just one political party which benefits from this violence. There is just one political party which benefits from communal polarization. And the likes, I can give a long list. Their central ministers. Their central ministers deliver inflammatory, hateful and provocative speeches.
All right.